he is a writer, and he's an actor, and he's a sports announcer. He is a treasure. He's a gift, actually. He's a gift. He's a gag gift, but he is a gift. Ladies and gentlemen, making his return to the stage after a very lengthy absence, please give a warm welcome to Mr. Roger Deeds.
Hey, it's good to be back. You're probably wondering a little bit about my mobility issues that I got going on here, and it's actually the result of a skiing accident. Okay, yeah, that's true. It actually happened during the Olympic tryouts for the giant slalom. Oh yeah, it's true. I was watching it on TV, got up to get a beer, and fell over the coffee table. Well, it's good to be back. You know, it's last time I was here, we were downstairs in the old comedy club. Now we're up here in the loft. It's really cool. I like it. And not Mark, but what's his name? Brian. Yeah, Brian. That's the guy. Mark is just out here. Brian's new since I was here the last time too. But you know, it's funny. He asked me the same question every host in here has ever asked me. How the hell did you get past security? Don't ask me that. Oh, and I had an interesting thing happen to me the other day. Somebody asked me if I'd do a porno movie for $1 million. I told them I'd have to think about it. It kind of depended if we take installments or I had to pay them the whole $1 million at once. They never got back to me. Oh, I was watching this thing on TV the other day. It's a commercial for one of these, what do they call them, not male enhancement, it's the erectile dysfunction, that's what it was. Yeah. I think the technical term is boner pill. So anyway, you know, it's going along, I'm watching this thing, and everything's just going fine, you know, the girl's looking at the guy, good guy. And then this guy comes on with the side effects. Oh. Lawyer voice, yeah, he says, you may experience rash, hives, and itching, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, significant shrinkage, loss of interest in sex, inability to write your name in the snow, and testicular tintinnabulation, also known as tickle balls. I am not going to be using that stuff, let me tell you. I can still get the job done without it. This is kind of like trying to row a boat with a rope. Hey, we got any long-time Carsonites in the audience? Anybody who's been Carson for a long time?
Right here.
So we got a few. So remember the old Carson? Remember the Penguin? Yeah. How about the Nevada Day Parade in the middle of the week? Yeah, that was it too. Remember when the Ormsby House was open? Oh, well, good times. Yeah. Of course, it's got a lot bigger now, though. I'll tell you, we got a sportsman's warehouse. We got 2 Walmarts. Man, that's really cool. Yeah. I go to Walmart about every week. I don't buy anything. I just go for the entertainment value. I was in there last week with my wife. She's got this thing she does in stores. I don't know about you guys. I turn around, take my eyes off her for 2 seconds, and she's gone. She disappears. And so she did it again. So I'm looking for her. I'm walking down the aisle. I came around the corner, ran right into a guy. And I said, geez, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to my wife. And he said, that's funny. I'm looking for mine, too. I said, really? What's she look like? He said, well, she's 27. She's about 5'6", long blonde hair and a ponytail. She's wearing a tank top and no bra and short shorts. She's about 38, 24, 34. What's your wife look like? I said, who cares? Let's look for yours. But you know, unfortunately, not everybody in Walmart looks like that guy's wife, if you've noticed. And they wear some weird outfits in there. I was in there a while ago and I saw these 2 women. I swear to God, they're wearing pajamas in Walmart. Yeah. Made me so mad I almost took the belt off my bathrobe right there and strangled it. Pretty bad. But did you ever notice you see more people walking into Walmart than walking out?
Yes.
Yeah, but they're meat cheap, so I don't ask questions. You know, I think I'm getting old enough now, I could probably get a job as one of those Walmart greeters. Doesn't that look good in one of those blue vests? I don't know why they hire old farts for that job. It's not like we're going to chase down any shoplifters, you know. I think old people take that job just so that they can get a discount on pet food. That's got out of hand. Yeah, Alpo was up to $2 a can. When I told my dog that, he freaked out. That's $14 in dog money. And so that kind of job is all us old people can get. It really is. It's ageism. Now, you know what ageism is? It's kind of like sexual harassment, only not nearly as much fun. So I've decided that I'm going to fight this scourge of ageism. I have joined the Gray Panthers. That's right, we old people have a movement. At least when we remember to take our Metamucil. But recently I got to march in the Gray Pride Parade, and I'll tell you what, that was so inspiring. You know, we're marching along behind the Precision Walker drill team, shouting our slogans. Woo! We're cranky! Get off our lawn! That was so much fun. It was just great. Unfortunately, the Gray Panthers can't do a whole lot about the physical changes that happen as you get older. I guess guys, we start to grow tufts of hair in odd places. I think the worst one's your ears. Man, I woke up one morning, I had a tropical rainforest growing out of there. And you got to keep that cut back or you get howler monkeys in there and it'll keep you up all night. So I got to cut mine back every couple of weeks. I have to do it in the afternoons now. I was doing it in the morning, but the neighbors complained about the noise from the chainsaw. Now, you ladies, you don't have that particular aging problem, but you do have your own issues, you know, like going from a 38C to a 42 long. One of the other things that happens too when you get old is your memory goes. Also, your memory goes as you start to get older. Where was I? Oh yeah. It's kind of a progressive thing, you know. First you forget names, then you forget faces, then you forget to zip up, then you forget to zip down. Which reminds me, why is it that babies have such cool names for their diapers, you know, like Loves and Huggies and Pampers, and old folks get Depends. My theory is because when a baby does something in the diaper, you just want to love and hug and pamper, right? When an old person does something in the diaper, it depends on who's in the will. So I've decided to help these guys out with their marketing a little bit, come up with some better names. And for the men's, I've come up with one I think is pretty cool, it's Grampers. I've been working on the ladies, and Haggies is the best I've come up with. That doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't work at all. Now also, as you get older, you got to take all these medical tests. I mean, I've had MRIs and CAT scans and A1C tests, the PSA test. I have no idea what any of that shit stands for. I really don't. And last time I had a blood test, they said I got to be really careful from now on because my blood type is obsolete. I was shocked down there at the blood bank. That is not good. No, not at all. But some of the tests are really easy. The last time I was with my primary care doc, they said that they needed a urine sample, a stool sample, and a sperm sample. I just handled my Grampers. You get to make the acquaintance of a lot of doctors too as you get older. I think I got a specialist for every body part. Okay? And my primary care doc must be worried about my age because he just referred me to a new specialist, paleontologist. But most of these specialists are really good, but every now and again you get one that's not too sharp. So a while back I had to fire my optometrist because just didn't see eye to eye. Then I dumped my proctologist. The guy's a real pain in the ass. Just last week I got rid of my dermatologist. I didn't seem to have any skin in the game, you know? No way. And every one of these docs gives you pills, okay? I take so many pills I rattle when I walk. Jesus. And a couple of weeks ago, one of these doctors, I don't know who he was, I don't even remember, but gave me a new pill, said you're going to have to take this for the rest of your life. I said, okay, and I'm looking at the prescription form, and I said, anything else you need to tell me there, doc? And he says, well, no, why do you ask? I said, well, I got to take this for the rest of my life. How come it says no refills? Oh, and my primary care doc is on me about my weight. Last time I saw him, he said, 5 more pounds, you're going to need prescription underwear. It was very hurtful, very hurtful. He told me about my diet and said, every time you eat a piece of bacon, it takes 9 minutes off your lifespan. I told him that's bullshit. If that was true, I'd have been dead by 1997. And he told me I needed to get more exercise. He's probably right there. Because I remember when I was a kid, I did a lot of exercise sports. I was really, really skinny, okay, if you can believe that. Matter of fact, I was so skinny when I stood sideways and stuck out my tongue, it looked like a zipper. I was so skinny, I didn't even have a butt. So when I was bad, they had to spank the kid next door. I didn't like it very much, so I was bad a lot. But like I said, I played all those sports, stayed skinny. I played baseball, basketball, soccer, I played football, track, you know, the whole 9 yards, and I stayed skinny. So I figured, well, I should start exercising again, but you know, I wouldn't worth a shit at any of them back then. There's no reason to think I'd be any better now. So somebody said you should try some whole person sports. So I said, okay, I'll try horseshoes. That sounds good. Most strenuous damn thing I ever did in my life. Then somebody told me you're supposed to take them off the horse first. Oh, and then my wife gets the bright idea. She says, let's go dancing. We can do dancing for exercise. It'll be really good. And it was okay until I started getting addicted to it. And I got hooked on the hokey pokey. Let me turn myself around. And then I got addicted to country line dancing. You ever seen people do that? That's very addictive. Oh yeah. To kick that one, I had to get into a 2-step program. But I finally figured out what's caused my weight gain, okay? And it is not poor metabolism, it's not lack of exercise, not bad diet, none of that stuff. It is shampoo. It is, it is. Read the label on a bottle of shampoo. It says, adds extra volume and body to your hair. When you shampoo, that runs down your body and does the same thing. God knows I picked up plenty of body and volume over the years. So I'm reading labels more carefully now, and I have started showering with Dawn dishwashing liquid. It says right there on the label, dissolves stubborn fat that is otherwise difficult to remove. I'm going to be skinny again in no time. But you know, thinking about when I was a kid reminded me of how things are different now than they were back in those days. You know, I went to Catholic parochial schools. We got any other Catholic parochial school survivors in the audience? Well, looks like we got one. Yeah, it gave me a real appreciation for those people in the North Korean prison camps. I'll tell you that. And those nuns, man, they could whip out a ruler faster than the Waco kid could draw his 6 feet. I still got scars on my knuckles from one episode. What happened is, my old man, whenever he would say a swear word in front of us kids, he would say, pardon my French. Well, one day in class, the teacher asked if anybody could speak a foreign language. Not the smartest thing I ever did. But back then, if you got in trouble at school, you were in even worse trouble when you got home. Oh yeah. Nowadays, the teacher just raises their voice to a kid, and the next thing you know, here come the parents with an ACLU lawyer. My old man would not have brought a lawyer. No. He would have brought his belt. Yeah. And he and Sister Mary Caligula with her ruler played the drum solo from Wipeout on my ass. But you know, getting old isn't all bad. You can have some fun with it because you know, old people look harmless, so you can mess with people and never see it coming. A while back, I walked into CVS. They had this little round bottle with me and a teaspoon. Went back to the pharmacy, and the guy came out. I handed him the bottle and the spoon. I said, "Can you taste this for me?" He looked at me and said, "Okay, probably legit." So he pours some in the spoon, sticks it in his mouth. This horrified look on his face. Spits it on the floor. He's coughing and gagging, tears running down his face. So when he gets all done, I said, "Now, does that taste sweet to you?" He said, "Hell no, that doesn't taste sweet." I said, "Boy, that's a relief." See, my doctor told me to have a pharmacist test my urine for sugar. You can't go back to CVS anymore. Hey, we got any married folks? I know we got at least one couple married folks. Oh, we got some one over here. Yeah. How long have you guys been married? Tanya? 28. How about you, Dean?
Yeah, 13.
13, okay. I got you all beat. 51 years last summer. I tell you what, stay married that long takes a lot of work, you know. You gotta do things for each other. I treat my wife like royalty. I do. Take her to Burger King, Dairy Queen, we go to Princess House parties. It's great. She gets upset every now and then for apparently no reason. That ever happen to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Behind every angry woman, there's a confused man wondering what the hell he did wrong. But sometimes it's not our fault, okay? The other day she came home from shopping and she was pissed, okay? And against my better judgment, I said, "Now, what's wrong, dear?" She said, "Damn J.C. Penney's." Okay? They got a lot of nerve naming their mature women's clothing line Sag Harbor. Yeah. I didn't say a word, okay? I just kept my mouth shut. Because I have learned in all those years of marriage that anything you say can and will be used against you.
Yes.
They should actually make the Miranda warning part of the marriage vows. Or better yet, that message you get when you call customer service, you know, that this conversation will be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Yeah.
I have also learned that there are 2 ways to win an argument with a woman. Neither one of them works. Yeah. Of course, the other side of marriage is divorce, and fortunately I have not gone through that. A friend of mine's going through it now, and he's really having a tough time with it. His ex-wife got hit by a bus last week, and he lost his job the same day. He's a bus driver. Anyway, he just signed up for one of these online dating services. I think it's losersonly.com, something like that. Anyway. So he puts on his profile, he's 6 feet 3 inches. I told him, I said, if you get a date off that site, they're going to be upset when they find out those are 2 separate measurements. Then this other friend of mine, okay, he's been divorced for a while, just got remarried. He's been bragging all over town about his trophy wife. I met her the other day. I don't think that trophy was for first place. Might have been one of those participation trophies. So you guys drive around Carson like I do. Did you ever see anybody use a turn signal in Carson City?
No.
The only time I ever see one is when I'm driving along and the guy in front of me flips on his left blinker and then drives down the road for 20 miles, 10 miles under the speed limit in the left lane. Every time I get behind one of those clowns, I wish I had that James Bond car from Goldfinger, you know, with the machine guns and the missiles and stuff.
Yeah.
And of course the ejection seat for when my wife bitches about my driving. You know, if I ever get one of those cars, those little stick figures in the back window, it won't be my family, it'll be confirmed kills. But I do have a little fun on the road every now and again. Like the other day I was driving out Highway 50, and I admit I was going a little too fast. And see these red, white, and blue flashing lights in my rearview mirror. The one time those colors do not stand for freedom. So anyway, I pulled over and I'm looking in the mirror, and here's this Carson City Sheriff's deputy gets out of the car, and he's got his ticket book in his hand, ready to write. So he starts walking up to the car, and I said, I gotta nip this in the bud. So I roll the window down. As soon as he gets up to the car, I look up and I say, I bet you're here to sell me some tickets to the Carson City Sheriff's Department ball, aren't you? And he looks down at me and he said, Carson City Sheriff's Department doesn't have balls. We just looked at each other for a minute. He folded up his ticket book, got back in his car, and drove away. Guys, don't try that with a lady cop. Okay. Well, I think my time is up, so you guys have been a great audience. Really enjoyed being back to the Carson Nugget. And I'm going to give it back to my old friend, Brian Lee.